What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to another day of beautiful PUBG Mobile Scrims. My name is ImPERium. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Whether you're watching over on YouTube, whether you're watching over on Twitch, whether you're watching while in online lectures, the best I can ask for. Love being a distraction, a bad influence, so to speak. Help easing the pain. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. And indeed, I am bringing you the HATExGlobal Scrims Network Scrims. So these are professionally observed scrims. I don't have to control the camera. All I have to focus on is casting what I see and hopefully bringing a high level of entertainment for all of you boys and girls at home. And you might be thinking, what jersey is this you're wearing? And I've got to say, it's one of the sexiest jerseys I've ever seen and worn. It is indeed the Rexpect jersey. Thank you. Shout out to the guys over at Rexpect. Much love to you for sending me the gift of the shirt and a beautiful Rexpect mug. So you know, low-key probably gonna be simping them outside the game, but either way, let's go through the list of teams we do have for today's scrims. We have the one and only Hate Gaming, we have Conqueror, we have Rexpect themselves, we have La Familia, we have GSG Europe, GSMC Esports, Beyaz Işık Dish, The Captains, World of Wonders, All-Star, No Hate, Exsol Legends, Exotic Alliance, XTEAM, Rexpect, ScrimFarm, Panda, Blaze, and last but not least, we have Divine. Happy days. It's a good set of teams. And it's a good day for a good set of teams. You know why it's also a particularly good day? The boiler in my house got fixed. It got replaced. So now that's why I'm able to wear a t-shirt, because the house is actually warm. My room is warm for like the first time in what feels like forever. So I'm definitely in a good mood. I'm feeling good. And yeah, look at this, man. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to cast and I'm warm, and I hope you guys are ready for things to hot up even more. So shout out to everybody who is tuning in across the board. We will be going into the first game pretty soon. I don't know what the status is because of the fact that I'm not in the room, so I just don't really know. So yeah, OP. Also, my beard is like really slightly starting to grow back. Like if I zoom in, you can like see, starting to get hair. It's coming. The beard is coming. It's coming. Soon it will be here. But also, congratulations to what is now ex-Warlords being picked up by Entropic. Super happy to see that. I know there's going to be a lot of support for them when it comes to the PMCO, and it's great to see another org entering the mobile esports scene, and specifically the PUBG Mobile scene within Europe. That's really exciting, and I cannot wait to see what they can hopefully do during PMCO. They do have potential. I know that they're quite an aggressive team, but I do feel they need that level of kind of maybe technical support, rotational support, just kind of strategical support. And I'm hoping with Entropic, who have a PUBG PC team, that they'll be able to help influence them in that sense. So we'll have to wait and see. Hey Koski, how are you getting on? We also have Beyaz Esports in today's scrim, so much love to the Turkish maestros that are Beyaz, coached by Koski, you absolute legend. Hey Q Loca, how you getting on? Nice t-shirt, I know, right? Nice t-shirt. Where's my beard gone? You know what? It's hibernating. It's hibernating at the moment. Burn them all. That's like I love all teams, to be fair. I absolutely love all teams, to be honest. Is it starting to sting that beard out? It is a little bit like itchy, right? Where it's growing, it's a little bit itchy, but honestly, it's okay. It's okay, buff. Oh man, I am waiting to get into the first game. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if I'm gonna just reload it on my end just to make sure that it's not started. And yeah, no, it's not started. Okay, I'll try and find out actually when it's starting. Just trying to find out when it's starting, because it should be actually it might be 15:05 because of the 5-minute delay. Actually, yeah. Okay, should be starting fairly soon actually, because I have a little bit of information on my side. But either way, please, Saint Beard, come back. Koski, it's coming back, okay? It's coming back. I promise you it's coming back. Hey, Monday, hi, Cormac Tyke here from Limerick. Hey, Tyke, how you getting on, dude? I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're keeping well, my friend. Hope you're well. Hey, Royds, how you getting on, dude? Dude, everybody in chat. I hope you're all having an absolutely kick-ass day, kick-ass evening. Oh, Agon's here. Oh, crap. Oh, man, Agon is here. Maybe I should kick Agon, yeah? Like, you know, thank God Unicorns of Love aren't playing in these scrims. Am I right, guys? So, you know. Oh my God. Yeah, are you all looking forward to the upcoming PMCOs? They start in less than a week, to be fair. It's going to be pretty exciting. I know that there's a pretty strong chance I'm going to be casting one of the PMCOs. Not going to tell you which one. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to catch all of the PMCOs, and I hope that you know, the games will be both exciting and of as high of a standard as expected. I know some regions will have a lower skill level because they're newer regions, like UK most notably, but I do love the fact that they have the separation of Turkey and CIS into their own PMCO and PMPL, because I do think those two regions deserve their separate PMPLs. They'll always be mixing with EU when it comes to other tournaments and other scrims, but when it comes to exact, you know, specific, you know, high competition tournaments, they deserve to have their own, because there's so many strong Turkish and CIS based teams, to be fair. PMCO Africa, hey, if some of the African teams wants to try and register for the scrims, they're not my scrims, it's up to them. I don't, you know, they can join the server that I have linked, and they can always register for the scrims. It's up to you. So yeah, we should be getting into this first game fairly soon. I thought we were, but I don't know what the situation is. With this, it was meant to start, I think, even at like 5 past, but nothing's on my end. As far I heard, Mongolia is getting moved regions, maybe. Yeah, I kind of heard that they're going to be going into South Asia PMPL, as far as I know. Imagine to have a change to cast PMCO. Yeah, man, it's been a while, like, because even in the PMGC, even when PMGC finals happened, like, I wasn't able to do the whole day, so, you know, I was kind of starved of that level of not level, but kind of the professional casting that PMCO and you know, PMGC offers. Cool. Okay, so it should be starting soon. It should be starting soon. I know you guys don't want to hear me. Well, not you. I know you don't want to see my face any longer. You might want to see the beautiful Rexpect jersey, but you don't want to. You don't want to see my face anymore. No. I know you want to see the PUBG mobile action. I wanted to, but unfortunately, it is out of my control. However, when we do get into the game, I do know for a fact that it's going to be pretty good fun, just simply because of the fact that it's professionally observed. So it will give me a lot more potential to, suppose, give you a better level of casting, which I hope I can do. Is there a 1337 team? No, the list of teams are in the description. Desmad Plus are actually scrolling right underneath from right to left. Oh, baby. Okay, we are into the first game. Bingo. Let's get into this. I'll turn the music down. Then I'll get into it. Bingo. Let's transition over. Now, I don't know if the audio levels are going to be good. So feel free to let me know if they can be increased on your end. But we do see a playing path that is pretty fairly solid with regards to centralized on the Erangel map. It will allow most of the teams to get to where they want to go, whether it's on the west, whether it's on the east. Rexpect will most likely go to Novo. That's what I would imagine. That's what I would definitely that's what I would presume is going to happen. The captains are going to drop down by Milta, possibly extend the Milta power. Lakinosser Tribe will go to Lipovka, as they normally go. Respect, it seems like they're heading towards Pachinki with another team. And yeah, indeed, it is Octavian, Norfen on the rest of the side, dropping in Novo with Rexpect, so I'm curious to see how that fight might possibly break out. I do really love the fact that Beyaz Işık Dish dropped to Military Island, because there was a much higher chance it was going to be congested on that mainland between teams dropping around Farm, Milta, and Milta Power, plus them moving on over to the west. Phase 1 has popped up, and it is going to be that southwestern circle. It is quite heavily down southwest, to the point where none of the river, well, bar a tiny bit of river, is in play, and you do have quite a bit of Military Island to play around with. Fight between All-Star and Respect is starting off. Nice knockdown from a grenade onto Morteza. The ScrimFarm and Blaze are going to be fighting around the mansion prison area. I believe they both go for split drops around there. Esther is pushing on forward, followed by his teammate Fosteria, I believe it is. And then Sheriff in the back line. They all are up as a full squad. They have that body advantage, as Morteza is not going to get revived up. Archon and Beast, I think Respect only started as a 3-person team, so they're already down to 2, it seems, which is always makes a Pachinki drop even harder when you're, you know, dropping with another team. Love the fact that Sheriff is going on the roof. It gives him obviously a higher elevated position, which in Pachinki, when you have lots of houses, can make a massive difference. It does leave him exposed a little bit. However, because I think they're confident that they have that man advantage, they're going to make it work in their side. See, there's definitely a lot of fights breaking out across the board. We are keeping on to this one in Pachinki, as Esther making his way forward with that PP buys him 3 shots. Esther is definitely going to get chunked down to about 25 health, but Beast is going to fire on up, takes down Zeko. Very good stuff indeed from Respect. Beast in the backline helping Archon. As there's been a little bit of a jam. The Sheriff plays around. Oh, no. You didn't get those shots off. You're going to get knocked down. Beast doing a fantastic job for Rexpect. And I would say being a one-man wrecking machine at the moment. Really great play from him. Again, let me know if the in-game sound is a little bit too loud. And are the graphics bad or are they good? Sneak. Archon finds All-Star Esther, and that is All-Star really losing this fight considering they were a full squad. Great play by Archon. Well shut down. Rexpect. Might only be a two-man team, but they're playing as a full squad. They've gotten All-Star down to just two. Fostari and Sheriff left standing, and I'll tell you what, Archon is a player that I've been really looking at over the last couple of weeks. I haven't seen him play a lot, but from what I've seen from him individually, he's definitely impressed me at times. Beast looking to cook up a Molotov. That might be a little bit too late. Or just in the wrong position. The Sheriff seems to be in the other corner of the building. In the kill feed, you can see ScrimFarm also engaging onto Blaze continuingly. And then you have Rexpect in their own little fight in Novo, which I expected as both teams drop down. FPP mode for Sheriff as he pre-fires shots with that Scar L, just trying to suppress a little bit the members of Rexpect, but they do have to respect, and what they've done so far is Fosteri dodges around the buildings. He's gonna get knocked down. Archon with the drop shot. It's a squad wipe. 2 against 4. ImPERium, All-Star. You just got schooled on how to lose a team fight, but as he transfer over, it is this side of no hate going up against Rexpect, and you can see Rexpect seems to have the advantage. Pappy Bardo and Nacho push on forward as Blind is able to get a first aid off up the stairs with the M762 in his hands. Down by the balcony, he's going to go for the shot through the small window, and they are going to make it work. That is going to be a squad wipe, and Rexpect roar with us in Novo to clean up 4 kills and control that strong area. Now, time has been wasted off the back of that, to be fair. The blue zone has already started moving in to, in on this phase 1 as GSMC of Panda doesn't quite get knocked down. Nightmare from the side of XTEAM. They're called Exotic Alliance XTEAM, but I'm sorry, I'm calling them XTEAM because it's quicker, it's easier. Nightmare just doesn't have the power within the UMP to really do heavy damage onto Year 7, and Year 7 gets away. Panda are a team leading into PMCO that I really firmly believe can qualify for the PMPL, and I do think they are probably, right now, top 2 in Europe. But time will tell. As I say that, Beg for Mercy takes down XT. He's not able to confirm the kill because of that backline spray from both GK first and I believe Year 7. But off the back of throwing smokes, he's joined up with one of his teammates, so they maybe will look to confirm that kill. There's no way they're going to get that revive anyway, and yeah, XT does get confirmed indeed. Panda down to 3 players. GK the first is going to get knocked down. Azzy from Conqueror third, partying this one as Reeves is going to help take down. Is that the whole of Panda? No, not quite, not quite. GK the first is going for the revive, but he's going to get called out. That's going to be GK the first going down. Linea is left on his own, and this is where Conqueror look to strike, followed by Vito. Going to drive on forward. I believe they are only up as a... Oh no, they do have Reese in this game. Indeed, that's going to be the case. Vito. Pre-firing. Just making a bit of noise, shouting about left to right, going, hey, we are here. Back off or you are getting taken out. They do have to be careful if they aren't that there is a couple of backline players from XTEAM that can get those knocks if they over-defeat that hill that little bit too much. And I think they've seen that as Beg for Mercy has looked to join up with his teammate on the hill. As Linia is going to get taken out, run over by Reeves. The BM in the best possible way. The Irish God strikes to pick up their second kill and gets a controlling position just to the southeast of Pachinki. Good stuff. Recognizing an opportunity to strike is always valuable when you're trying to be one of the top teams. You might not start the engagement, but if you could end the engagement as a third party, happy days. They literally sent X-Team packing. And here's the thing. That was great by X-Team. Great recognition that, like, hey, you know, we're hurt, we're broken, we're beaten, we're scarred. Let's just get the hell out of here. There's another victim for Conqueror to chew upon, and we'll just get out of there. So that was also quite intelligent from X-Team, to be fair. Solid IGLing in those positions. It's always about adapting, right? Situations might not always go your way, but if you're able to adapt on the fly, there's always a much higher chance that you're going to succeed. Cream, Agon and Mod, I know, but I just did it to shut him up because he's a whingy little bitch, Cream. Now we get an idea as the blue zone is starting to close in. There's literally no team in the center of this phase one. They're all coming in on the outside / the edge. Only team that's probably in a real solid position is Beyaz Işık, to be fair. I would say Beg for Mercy and the rest of the X-Team squad. GSMC, I like their rotation from the North George area coming in just to the north of Gaka. They're probably going to go onto the western hills of Gaka as well, to say the least. And then that Nostra tribe, they seems like they're going to start being engaged upon, or they're going to clash up against, I believe it is ScrimFarm, if I'm not mistaken. Blaze has Coursera left standing. They were able to survive that engagement off the back of ScrimFarm. I think. I'm not quite sure. To be fair, I'm really not quite sure. No, it's actually Hate Gaming and not ScrimFarm that is up in the hills, and it's Noshi that's on his own. Ate headshot multi from Noshi to get that knockdown, but I don't think he's going to survive for much longer as Whiskey joins in, followed by Tamiko. Shots are going to be fired up, but oh my god, he's actually holding on. No way. He got away with it. Insane. Absolutely insane that he got away with that. Deserve it, to be fair. Deserve it, to be fair. At least they pick up one kill. They'll be able to loot up. A Slight goes down. Gonna get run over. Finish on up. Divine. We're looking to opportunistically kind of third party this, but they didn't. So that's a little bit of a shame. As Lacanostra tribe reacted pretty well to get a knockdown onto Divine. They're outside the circle. Phase 2's popped up. I don't exactly know where it's gone, to be fair. It seems like it's gone a little bit more to the west. I hope it's gone northwest rather than southwest, so there is less water in play. I don't know where. Actually, New Era didn't confirm, so unfortunately we actually don't have New Era. So apologies, Leon, but we don't actually have New Era for these scrims. I will look to update the list of teams, so you know, in future. Let me just look to do that. We have the captains instead of New Era. If a team doesn't confirm, they're not. Their slot has to be filled. My apologies for that. I didn't mean to bait with the title as well. I'll look to actually edit that. But Blaze Coursera on his own, he's found a spot. He's by a shack. Vito of Conqueror is aware of that. Of course, right now it's a little bit of a 1v1 as the Conqueror players are joining up on the back line. His vehicle is smoking up. Chucks out a smoke, followed by another just to create a little bit more space for him. And now he's going to be able to push on forward to throw that grenade closer towards Coursera. He's actually going to use those grenades to go forward without getting spotted, because the noise of the grenades always suppresses the sound of your opponent just a little bit. Finding the crack in the shack. Corsair is going to have to fly on around on the outside. He's going to get taken out, and it's a solid kill from Azzy in the end. Again, well played by Conqueror. You just gotta, you know, you gotta appreciate the raw talent and just the kind of, you know, the tuning of them finding the opportunity to find a kill. Now, we see ScrimFarm. They got 3 kills. They're up as a full squad. They're looking pretty good on the hills outside Pachinki, it seems. And it's so weird not having access to a map stream. I'm just giving information to the observant team. Why do you find Vito out in the open is going to take that kill away again? Vito was out in the open. Unfortunately, there's nothing reason as he can do in the back line as Whitey is able to get that revive on the Nightmare. So it's a great turnaround by XTEAM. They got their player knocked first, but Whitey came in, found Vito, and keeps it alive for them. They are a little bit pinch and stuck where they are, especially because their vehicle is being targeted by Azzy. It makes complete sense. I worry that, hey, Conqueror might be getting a tiny bit tunnel vision. Got to think about phase 3 onwards. But other than that, wait and see. Marley with the M24 is pretty damn good with his sniper, and as he finds Nightmare's second knock, we move on over to Exsol Legends on the hills of Prison. Phase 3 shifts on over to the east. So, sorry, Prison, I mean Quarry. So Quarry's out of play. The teams on the west are going to have to find a spot in. Conqueror well inside the circle, as are Divine and the side of... I don't know exactly who that is on the purple because I don't see the slot numbers. Followed by ScrimFarm on the southwestern hills of Pachinki. Cody takes a couple of shots onto one of the members of GSG Europe. Obviously, a bit more pinched. The thing is, you know, Exsol Legends need to do one or two things. They either engage quickly to close out the fight so they don't waste any more time finding position in phase 3. Even though it's only phase 3, or they just completely disengage away from that. Now, it's up to them what they do, but in my opinion, they're better off making this decision in the next 15 seconds. Because, yeah, you might go, well, the blue zone hasn't started moving in. The longer you leave it, the harder it is to find a position, especially when you do still have the water. You know, there's less landmass available inside this phase 3. It's more so in phase 4, phase 4.5 circle on phase 3, so you gotta think about that. Playing along the ridge, Jody made a little bit too much noise without firing those shots, and a grenade is thrown in his direction. Captain wrapped around, found the angle, found the shots onto Kamara. So 2 players left standing. Now plays on the edge of the rock. He has Levy to the other side of him, trying to give it a little bit of an off angle in the warehouse. It's going to be a lovely suppression. Great push between Kato and Jody. And now Kato has to try and heal up as Levy is left on his own. Shador is coming in from behind. So that's really solid pinching. And that's going to be the end of GSG Europe. Took a little bit longer than I would like to have seen. But either way, I respect the fact that they got those 3 kills. They've kept themselves up as a full squad. And now they can think about this next circle and the position they have to hold on to. They'd be much more... positive they played around on the kind of edge of this phase 3 and stopped just before the next circle actually shifted, in my opinion, because the blue zone damage isn't really going to be that much on phase 3, phase 4. Azzy He's left on his own. They did get an engagement onto the side of XTEAM, and then GSMC came in. It's the hills overlooking Ferry Pier. It's tricky to hold on to when you're down to just one player, and as he gets absolutely suppressed. Great job by GSMC, to be fair, recognizing that, and I don't know if they exactly third party, but it seems like they did something to, of course, damage the members of Conqueror pretty well and eventually take them out. Divine playing on the mainland coastline compounds. That's relatively high ground, gives a lot of information to the fields to the north. You get a lot of information to the bridge and garage area to the west, and you even get a little bit of solid information to the east of you. So I really like Divine's position on this phase 3. Oh, Pappy got knocked over. Oh, feels bad, man. And we do see that phase 4 shifting up the northeast. Honestly, I guarantee you teams will be pretty happy with that. It does leave pretty much no room for the teams on the west to get a position on the western side of the circle, really, because it's all open field. So it means that the teams that have a position inside the north, northeastern and southern part of the circle are all fine where they are, and they just might be fighting against each other. It seems like Black and Nostra Tribe are looking to do exactly that against ScrimFarm. Neek, though, takes down Whiskey, which is a little bit of a shame and feels bad, man. As a 4-man team with ScrimFarm, I've been impressed with ScrimFarm and how they play. They've gone against a lot of teams and fights, and they've been very successful, to be honest. So they hold themselves quite well together. Very impressed with Unique specifically, but Icy, Spectre, and Janata, they all played a role in what has been some very strong engagements in games from ScrimFarm. But their next challenger in this game is the one and only Black and Nostra Tribe. Tomiko, Pika, and Duxan separated away from each other just a little bit. Pika is closer to Duxan, so that isn't too bad. But Tomiko on the kind of backline, it's more lower ground, so he's limited to what he can do. Plus, there is a team inside the circle across the road, kind of ready to third party, which automatically suppresses both of these teams down to prone positions. But Duxan makes a little bit of noise. Spectre sees that. He takes his shots. He gets Tomiko down to extremely low health, but unfortunately misses the final bullets needed to secure a knockdown, and what most likely would have been a secure engagement onto Black and Nostra Tribe. But they can't do anything with that. They just have to hope that they can continue suppressing Black and Nostra Tribe, as Duxan once again gets put down to about 10 health. They get inside the bug in. They're going to look to actually wrap around in a weird manner. I don't like that, because one, you made a lot of noise. Two, you actually went into open loving arms of the side of captain's third partying, so you made it a lot harder for yourselves, Black and Nostra Tribe, and you made it easier for ScrimFarm. I'm sorry, but that's pretty bad awareness from you guys, and you really should have been way more aware. I wouldn't have minded if they were coming in from well outside the circle and had no information, you know, but they had been there for a while. But the next circle does somewhat center up into the favor of Captains and World of Wonders. World of Wonders still up as a full squad, but they do have a little bit of a 2-2 split between the coastline compounds and the hills just to the north. I would recommend they look to either have a 3-1 or full squad in those hills, because, hey, let the compounds stay in Divine's area. That's fine. They have compounds, but you have the high ground. Now, of course, the risk of that is that if you stay on those hills and you're not controlling enough, Divine could third party in some way, shape, or form. But I don't think the captains are actually looking too heavily to the south of them, because one, they don't have to focus on it too much, and two, they know that ScrimFarm and Black and Nostra are in front of them. That's going to be the end of the Black and Nostra Tribe. I kind of saw it coming, and they kind of made their own bed. Now they're lying in it. We're down to 10 teams, 30 players in this game, 1 of 4 at the HATEx HATEx, I really don't forget the name of the title. I'm an absolute idiot. HATExGlobal Scrim Network Pro Scrims. There you go. I got it right. I'm a special boy. Rexpect under a little bit of pressure from Divine as they look to make a deeper push onto the mainland compounds, and that makes sense. Hey, look, they've gotten there. They haven't gotten into the circle, but they've gotten there. But hate from Divine comes in to knock down Pappy. As Nacho is going to bleed out, unfortunately cannot get revived, so that is going to leave just Bardo on his own. If he can get that revive onto Pappy, that would at least help Bardo, but he has 5 first aids, 1 energy drink. It might be worth him taking the brunt of the blue zone on this phase 5 because Divine will have to focus on what's going on in front of them. Pappy gets taken out, finished off by Divine. I know it's only Hate that's really looking towards Bardo, while it seems like the rest of the team are looking towards World of Wonders. But World of Wonders do have that 3-1 split that I recommended. GG, well played. Will it work in their favor as the next circle centers up? It is going to be on those open hills. World of Wonders just on the south tip of that phase 6. Bardo taking a hell of a lot of damage with those grenades. He's just inside, so he will be able to heal up. But he should be looking to pull off a first aid rather than chunking up a grenade, because you're just essentially, you were essentially just elongating your death rather than actually trying to survive, in my eyes. So, but desperate times called for desperate measures. It seemed like ScrimFarm did push in onto the compound that's held onto by the captains, which is why I get that the captains had to focus on looking up the teams up north, and it seems like ScrimFarm have won that fight as we're down to our final 16s. A little bit of a shame that they didn't move over to that fight quick enough, but we do have the side of Beyaz Işık that dropped down in Military Island, so in theory they had a little bit of an easier entry point on that western bridge into these circles, and it's kind of continued to go somewhat in their favor as they hold onto the western side. Exsol is behind them, and they do have XTEAM just a little bit to the north of where they currently stand, but Logan being knocked down stops XTEAM's ability to zoom my third party, but out through the smoke. Rozex is prepared. He gets a knockdown onto Jody. I think it's Captain that's now left on his own. He's gonna chuck up a grenade. Wesley doing a great job as well. That is Beyaz Işık valiantly controlling their position inside this phase 6. Gatekeeping the side of Exsol as Jody gets finished off by the blue. Now Logan off the back and getting revived is going to be knocked down to his knees for the second time. Taken off the lobby. Rozex has to be careful going around the side of the hill. He takes a little bit of damage. Instantly looks to use a first aid. Beg for mercy is on his own. The last hope for the side of XTEAM. They're on 9 kills, so they've had a good game so far. We have 5 teams left in this game. ScrimFarm probably have the biggest advantage of claiming a chicken dinner. However, the compound that they hold on to is outside the circle. The good thing is by taking out the captains, they've been able to loot up and use the captain's loot into this not final circle, but this phase 7 circle. Good job by Beyaz to finish off Exsol Legends, take out the team that's inside the blue. They can focus a little bit more on the last player of XTEAM and, of course, their position in circle. World of Wonders, though, that 4-man spread, it's on the higher ground, so it leaves them a little bit more exposed. But again, by taking down the side of Beyaz Işık, they are definitely being way more controlling as Rozex is going to push on forward. Took it and dive, dodge, took dip, dive, dodge. He finds the shot. He takes down Sun HP. Timber in the back line. Timber! The trees go down for World of Wonders. They now have to send their other 2 players closer to their teammate. Zessie is going to go for the heal off, and now Rozex is behind the tree, has a little bit of a low ground dip. The grenades are going to go flying, sending Roz back a little bit more. But at the end of the day, Beyaz Işık comes out on top. A great job by Beyaz. But all that leaves is elite ScrimFarm with the freedom to push on out of their compound, to push out in the open, up the hill, as we're left with our final two teams. 4 against 3. I have no doubt, though, that Beyaz Işık have the ability to fend up and stave the pressure and starve ScrimFarm of the first chicken dinner of the day. ScrimFarm have to go up this hill. They have the center of this circle as far as I know. They have the dips. In my opinion, they have the advantage. If they lose this one, in my eyes, it's off the back of their mistakes. Grenades choked out, trying to send Janata back. Janata's going to get caught out by Timber, but it is going to be instantly traded. Good job by Unique. Rozex goes down, and now it's one player left standing from the side of Beyaz Işık. Wesley comes out, he gets one, he gets two, but it is the man advantage. It is the final kill. It is a ScrimFarm chicken dinner on Erangel. Baby, that is some good stuff for game one. Yes, 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 sir. ScrimFarm with 12 kills, pushed in onto captains, pushed back Lacanostra tribe, did an excellent job of controlling their areas inside these circles, and at the end of the day, they capitalized off other teams distracting each other, and they utilized that angle and those areas to get the chicken dinner. But Beyaz Işık Timber with 8 kills alone. Rozex with 4. Wesley with 3. That is a massive game from Beyaz Işık. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know who they are. And when I saw them in these hate scrims, I was like, okay, this is a new team for me. Entering the fold, entering the mix. But I gotta say, they are improving. They're evolving in these scrims, and I've been really impressed with how they are continuing to show themselves in these games. Really can't complain about that. Absolutely cannot complain about that. Strong stuff coming into game one. The circles were definitely a little bit tricky because, you know, like I talked about on that kind of southwestern side, it was always going to be tricky. I think it was on phase 4, so when it did shift to that mainland. But I gotta say, it was won by a team that was down on that southwest area, which I wasn't kind of actually no, sorry. ScrimFarm held on to north, but I'm very happy with how many teams on that south and southwest area of the map were able to really capitalize and get strong results. As I said, Beyaz Işık, they faced a lot of pressure. You had Exsol, you had XTEAM, you had World of Wonders, you had the last player. I think, you know, they had multiple teams rock up towards them, and they were very controlling and holding on as a 3-man team as well. So really good stuff from Beyaz Işık. ScrimFarm, can't really say anything more about them. World of Wonders also coming in third was also a good result from them. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, and I wouldn't say tunnel vision, but just a little bit too aggressive and predictable, because they rolled up, they stayed in that one area instead of in some way trying to flank around and keeping one player there. Then all it took was, you know, those 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a Beyaz Işık war. And yeah, man, absolutely fantastic stuff to start the day. We are going to be going into game two pretty soon. Before that, we'll have a break. It's going to be going to wonderful world of Miramar. Just put on a little bit of background music. Get an idea of when the game is going to start. 7. Okay, so I have an idea. Ooh, let me see if I can actually... Yeah, I'm going to go for a break right now. Sorry, I just made a mistake, so I need to do something. Okay, so let me set the timer, go for a break, and I will be back on your screens for the second game of the day in these HATExGlobal Scrim Networks Pro Scrims. My name is ImPERium, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And we are back. We are back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed game one. And I hope you all had a wonderful small break before we get into game two here of the HATExGlobal Scrims network with myself, ImPERium. Welcome all to my channel, and thank you everybody for tuning in so far. These are all absolutely wonderful human beings. These scrims are professionally observed. If you have just joined us, professionally observed scrims, so I don't control the cameras, which makes my job easier, and it does make the broadcast overall more professional. And yeah, for some reason I find them, I have a little bit of a not stuffed nose, but yeah, a little bit of a stuffed nose. Feels bad, man. Hopefully I'm not getting a cold. The list of teams we do have are scrolling down on your screens again if you just joined us, and they're also in the description. Game one was won by ScrimFarm, and look, you know, it's kind of like I said, ScrimFarm have been impressing me. I know they're just scrims, you know, I know, you know, these are just scrims, so it doesn't paint the whole picture of how good or bad these teams are, but I do think they are a strong team and have shown a lot of team strength and even individual strength, to be fair. So okay, thanks Agon for removing them. Super appreciated. We are gonna be going into game two. That's shining up for you guys. I also added an overlay, so you know, it just shows the list of teams scrolling down, so you have an idea, and I have an idea, and everybody wins in that regard. I got the absolute legend, man. Screenshotting the point where I zoom in on my beard, you absolute asshole. But yeah, we do see a playing path that is not too bad. It's a little bit to the west, but above everything, it's pretty damn central, to be fair, all things considered. It's gonna allow teams to pretty much get to where they want to go, bar if you want to drop in Palo, you'll most likely have to drop early, grab a couple of vehicles, and make your way there. Pozo is going to be most likely utilized by GSMC and the side of Panda. Rexpect will go to Monte Nuevo. Are they going to be joined by XTEAM? Because as far as I know, XTEAM normally used to like to go to Monte Nuevo, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Beyaz Işık are going to be to the north of Tumasera, but nobody actually in Tumasera. And hey, look at this. A few teams dropping in Pachinki. I think Blaze, ScrimFarm, 2 minimum teams, and actually a couple of teams going to Hacienda del Patron. So we're definitely going to see a few fights to kick things off. Conqueror are going to go up north. It's actually, no, sorry, it's not quite Hacienda del Patron. It's Exsol that have dropped to the warehouse. It's just a little bit to the west of it, and it seems like Goldie from the side of Hate Gaming is on his own and hiding behind a hay bale, hoping he isn't going to get spotted, but it seems like he has. I don't think he has a gun as well, so he's a little bit of a sitting duck, screwed if he gets spotted out. Unless he can pull off a miracle Superman punch. I'm not live on Trovo, by the way. Temka, stop looking for help. Go Google stuff on your own. Ish. Hope you're well, my friend. Of course, Goldie does actually have a UMP, so he was able to pick up some form of weaponry that will help him potentially save off the defense of Exsol Legends. But it seems like Exsol are just getting the hell out of here, and Goldie is going to breathe a deep sigh of relief off the back of that one. Weird, it doesn't, okay. Oh. Interesting. So, Goldie has been picked up by his Hate teammates, and they're gonna move away. Waiting to see any other action that is coming on through. We don't see anything on the kill feed yet, so it was actually just Blaze, an all-star that landed in Picado, so it wasn't ScrimFarm that went there. That makes it a little bit easier for Blaze. All-star definitely seemed to be playing very passive. They split drop. I think one of their players, no, not one of their players got taken out. They actually did split drop between Picado and outside Picado, as far as I know, which I find very weird. Normally if you're gonna drop in Picado, you're gonna drop as a minimum 3-man team. How you getting on, Tree? Much love to you, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Where's Kunina Power today, Tree? Little bit feels bad, man. As Fosteri finds Arwin with the UMP, a little bit caught out as Coursera. Gonna be around there. Lovely Molotov by Coursera to confirm that knockdown onto Fostari. Makes Sheriff's job a little bit harder. However, as he looks to wrap up upstairs, he's gonna go for the drop shot down. It's only an M16 for Coursera. Going up against Uzi. Yeah, it was never gonna go well for Coursera. Arwin's yet to be confirmed, and that's pretty good at least for Blaze. But again, if it's an M16 and going up against an Uzi, Daphne, surely you got to see that smoke. The rest of All-Star are joining up to help in on this fight against Blaze Esports. Already on the perspective of Sheriff as he's going to go up the stairs, get those pre-fire shots off with the Uzi. Now fires up. It is going to be Esther that gets knocked down. Arwin off the back of getting revived. I think that was a grenade. Going to send Arwin away. Indeed, he's going to hold on for now. They have the high ground advantage inside the corner. It's going to go for those double shots, double kills, and now it's going to be left to just 2 players of All-Star Sheriff and the one and only Dzeko. Tron gets knocked down. Arwin's going to fire on up. Daphne's going to get knocked down. And now it's a 1v1. And it is going to be Arwin, who was the first player to get knocked down for Blaze after getting revived. Makes that revive worthwhile and confirms a squad wipe onto All-Star and keeps Blaze up as a 3-man team. It wasn't the prettiest of fights, but at the end of the day, it still went over to Blaze. Mistakes were definitely made. Some presumptions were made. But at the end of the day, they still ended up holding on. ScrimFarm dropped in San Martin with Divine, but Divine are down to 2. Again, ScrimFarm just winning these fights. That's the thing, like winning these fights. The more they win these fights, the better it's going to be for them in the long run. As Icy makes his way to the side of the building, then he knows Merlin is in because of that smoke. However, possible attempt of a bait by Merlin as he choked up a grenade. Merlin comes in, takes down Unique, and that's going to be 1-on-1. Icy comes out on top, baby. Icy freezes his opponents. Now McCoy is in the background across the road, left to his own devices. Janata using his position on the side of the wall just to suppress down McCoy a little bit more while Unique is revived up to keep themselves up as a full squad. McCoy now opting to go downstairs. Should look to disengage in my eyes. Thing is, I don't think Janata knows he's gone downstairs. So I do like that from McCoy. You would expect him to be upstairs, but being downstairs, that's a little bit unorthodox. As he comes in, but Janata is going to fire on up and gets the final blow. Lovely stuff indeed. Another squad wipe, another set of kills, and ScrimFarm off the back of winning game 1, riding high, keeping themselves up as a full squad. Now, Lackanoster Tribe going up against Rexpect around Monte Nuevo. I don't think both these teams really dropped there. I don't remember. Actually, yeah, Lackanoster Tribe could have dropped their round there, but either way, I low-key forget. At the end of the day, we're having this fight on the edge of Monte Nuevo, and it's a pretty damn joyful thing at that. Can Rexpect roar with us in their drop spot and get the better of Tamiko and the rest of the Lackanoster Tribe team? Pika in the backline is definitely really helping. Nacho, you kind of took a little bit too long with those peaks in my eyes. You got to be a bit swifter with that. Could easily have gotten his head blown off as Nacho jumps over, is going to get taken out. And then Pika goes down as well. Rexpect ain't roaring with us for much longer as Bardot is left further back off the position of joining in on that truck. Caster and Bardot not the closest to each other. And credit where it's due to Lackanoster Tribe. A very well played engagement from them. Strong positioning from Pika in that backline, allowing Whiskey and Tamiko to really be a bit more aggressive, knowing they have the support from their backline teammate. And so apparently KP are playing a tournament. Well, good luck to them in the tournament. Truria, please send my love to the team. I have so much love for them. Absolutely kick ass, and yeah, good luck to them in the tournament. It's not over yet for Rexpect. They've lost Bardot. Solid, real solid flank by Whiskey to go onto the I forget what they called it actually, not cathedral, but forget what they call that circle thing, to be fair. Caster's on his own, and look, you know, unless he can actually disengage, which in theory he can, he's a sitting duck. He's a He's seen the end of this game, unfortunately, and Rexpect will most likely go out. I do like the fact that Lackanoster Tribe aren't presuming, but what worries me is the longer they are taking to close out this fight, the harder it's going to be on this phase 2, as it has popped up. And, you know, for one player, I'm all for taking her time a little bit, but you have to close out those engagements pretty quickly and focus on your next spot. Whiskey is going to get spotted out. It's going to get knocked down. Caster played around the side of the rock, and it was close. But there's no cigar, my friend. The man advantage proved too much, and Tamiko finishes Rexpect off. Cleanly done. I'll get to revive on the Whiskey. Open to have an idea where all the other teams are rotating to and towards, and even where this phase 2 did pop up. World of Wonder is playing on the, I believe, the southerly hills around I think it's above Valdemar, if I'm not mistaken, / La Drillera region. I could be wrong. Sometimes it's not easy to know all the terrains. Either way, Panda are going to be going up against World of Wonder. UK the first takes a little bit of damage. He does return fire on the Sun HP. Do like the fact that he's chucking a grenade before he gets that heal off, because that grenade will automatically send the players of World of Wonders back a little bit. Plus the IS-7 does join up in that buggy, goes onto the front line. I think he's gone a little bit too deep, my friend. A little bit too deep, he is 7. Especially on your own. Especially on your own. GK the first. Be a bit careful, the IS-7. They're not afraid to make the noise. And down the hill, the IS-7 goes. He's going to crawl his way back up to gate first. Finds Sun HP. Himiski is going to get found out. Zessi is now on that back line on his own. And he does have a second teammate further back, but I don't know how much support he's going to be able to provide. Good stuff for Panda as they have 3 kills so far in this early game. That spread is really working in their favor. Linia, I noticed, was doing a great job a little bit further back to help his team as Essie is just trying to get out there. It's very risky though, because you might be on the low ground and you try and dip away further, but you go uphill and you get kind of exposed. Conqueror on the ScrimFarm as well. Yeah, I was right, by the way. I was right with that position to the north of Valdemar. I said it. Sorry, I know this fight is going on as Linear gets knocked down, but I'm not going to lie. Low-key feels good being right, man. Low-key feels good being right. I should have more confidence. But I was trying to be conservative with that. As a World of Wonder, definitely not being conservative to catch out one of the players of Panda and, you know, suppress him a little bit. Down to 3-3 against 2 as Enjoy7 backs off to get a little bit closer to his teammate Zessi. Oh, my lord. GK, the first, getting found out. And again, I don't get why he kind of went in on his own. Yeah, he had GS7 in the back line. Zessi's going to find the 7. Grenade is going to get fired out next. He is on his own. Poor finish to what was initially a good engagement from Panda. Enjoy7. You have an idea. Indeed, the smokes have been thrown out. So you know that XT is there. Grenade also chicked up. XT is going to go down. GK the first off the back of that revive has been able to heal up a little bit, but the pressure continues to mount as Enjoy7 fires up into the smoke. I don't think GK the first has any heals. He's going to get taken down. And World of Wonders lost 2 players early on, but Enjoy7 and Zessi acting as a full squad to get 4 kills and that squad wipe. Now we move on over to this fight between GSG Europe and Beyaz Işık. You also have another team kind of waiting in the wings as well. Minas del Sur area held on to by GSMC in the center of this phase 2. But where's phase 3 gonna go? It is going to once again go down south. It's pretty good for MCES, to be fair. Also, XTEAM looking good on the high ground just to the south of Minas del Val. GSG Europe will have to be aware that there could be a team coming from the Chumacera high grounds, and as it is Beyaz Işık going to be rotating around. Their plays are going to wrap from the northeast more to the east. Probably those hills across the road from MCES and Exsol Legends. Now they're going to go into a brick wall that is MCES. Up in the north, outside the circle, Conqueror wrapping around. You have Lacanosser Tribe pushing them away a little bit, as Conqueror might go for a wide wraparound on phase 3, even into the blue. It could be a pretty solid rotation, to be fair, because phase 3 blue zone is in no way bad. Alka playing for the side of No Hate in these scrims is I think he's the last player from No Hate. He's stuck on his own unless he can get a knockdown onto Azzy. I can't see. Yeah, he's not actually the last player of No Hate, to be fair. There is another playing. That's why Azzy instantly kind of looked up north, because they're like, okay, it's not a confirmed kill, it is a knock. There's another player. Let's have an idea of if they are on the hills above Alka. Either way, I think because I've seen that, they're just going to go, hey, look, we'll let him bleed out. If he gets revived up, he gets revived up. We'll keep an eye, but we need to think about our own position inside the circle. It's on the high ground, and yeah, Vito just keeping an eye. Good stuff from Conqueror. Good stuff. Lacanostre Tribe are going to wrap down on the southwest go by Valdemar, which is interesting as a rotation. I don't disagree with it, but they're still going in a little bit blinded. World of Wonders in front of them and Boogie, and they're going to have to stop. Will World of Wonders stop as well, or will they continue? Both teams are going to continue. One of the players of Lacanostre Tribe is going to stop. I like the fact that Enjoy 7 is just going to swirl around and avoid any of those shots, and Lacanostre Tribe will just go, okay, now we need to get more information on the teams that are inside the circle. I like that rotation from Lacanostre Tribe. To be fair, it was a pretty safe rotation, all things considered. Monster of No Hate comes in to knock down Beast of Hate Gaming. Oh man, it's not looking good for Chrono of MCES. Absolutely suppressed by the members of Exsol. This is a fight that is a little bit of a brick wall for Exsol to push on through. They've started in a strong way, getting a kill on one of the players of MCES, plus pulling out that revive on Decado will leave them as a 3-man team. I would love to see Jody join up, because I don't think that rotation from him is probably wise. I just think they need the manpower, as it's a lovely grenade by Evil Boy to get that knockdown on Decado once again, forcing him to bleed out a little bit more. Plus with the blue zone on phase 3, you know, I just don't get why Jody is there. I think it's if you're a full squad, I would get that, but when you know, or just try and send the whole team away, it just, yeah, it's definitely a little bit weird to me. The phase 4 shifts heavily up north, puts GSG Europe in the center of the circle. They stayed where they are. There's no team that really came in onto the southern hills of Chumasera, really, so it is just ScrimFarm that are into Chumasera, followed by the side of Hate Gaming, just a little bit to the south of where they are. Blaze opted to go into the hills that I thought they were going to go to. As you do see, Beyaz Işık getting finished off, if I'm not mistaken, by Lacanostre Tribe. I don't know how Beyaz Işık got there, because they were kind of coming from the hills of Chumasera, as far as I was aware, so don't really know what their rotation was. I don't know if Reese is aware that there is a player of No Hate right in front of... Okay, he has an idea. He has an idea, but his shots are being fired up from the hills from the players of No Hate. Again, trying to gatekeep. Reese is on his own. The rest of his team a little bit to the south of him. Reese gets in the muscle car. Gets back out because he's trying to bait Monster. And now another grenade is going to be cooked up. That should be a good one. Oh, it actually goes upstairs and Monster goes downstairs. It's going to be a lovely knockdown from Monster onto Reese. Like, again, it makes me think, why didn't... If he was aware... Okay, maybe that's why they didn't go to help. But they... interesting. Okay. Fair enough. Because I was thinking, why didn't Conqueror look to join up as Marley gets knocked down by Monster? It's all going sideways for Conqueror. And, yeah, one not bad move, but one risky move. And, wow, GSMC forever knocks down as he confirms that kill. He's Vito on his own. He's in the blue. And, yeah, it's gone horribly wrong for Conqueror. Again, there's times where Reeves should be away from his team, and there's times in which he shouldn't, and I don't know what happened for them to be like that, but in my eyes, that was not the right time. I know that's hindsight 2020, but yeah. Down on the south, you have fight going on between XTEAM and Lacanostre Tribe. However, Lacanostre Tribe are going to lose that one. MCES are outside the circle on the south. You have Blaze outside the circle. GSG Europe are the only ones within it. They're dead center. ScrimFarm have an easy entry point from the north coming into the northern tip of the circle, but they will have to deal with Hate Gaming. They've gotten there first, so that will allow them to gatekeep the edge of the circle. And World of Wonders have also gotten ahead of Blaze, and it could see a similar situation between World of Wonders and Blaze. Janata is going to start things off strong for ScrimFarm and creating that space. Don't get too distracted and take two fights at once. Be aware, Icy maybe stay in the direction of GSG Europe, but I don't think you should allow yourself to get too distracted. They've focused on Hate Gaming in a solid way by getting that knockdown. Don't allow them space into the circle. I know there is that element of kind of gatekeeping Blaze, but allow World of Wonders to do that rather than yourselves. I get the opportunity, but I'd just like to see that focus on the Hate Gaming a little bit more. Because now Hate Gaming have gotten Goldie into the circle. That's an entry point. Noshi and Slyke will follow on through. GSG Europe are in front of both of those teams in a more centralized position, so they're going to have to be careful, and they will not want to engage, which could help in some way, shape, or form. ScrimFarm and Hate Gaming. GSMC have a 4-man squad on a 2-2 split. Pretty nice inside the circles. Monster of Hate Gaming is doing a great job as a solo player. Now, you have a fight also down on the southern tip of the circle between XTEAM and I think it is MCES, if I'm not mistaken. I forget, to be fair. She goes down, is going to be frenzied. It's not actually GSMC, it's MCES exactly down on the south side. As ScrimFarm recognized and seen in the kill feed that there was a player of Hate Gaming knocked down, so that's going to give them a little bit more opportunity to play on that northern edge of the circle and push in a little bit further and even focus on either Blaze or GSG Europe. I don't know if they know GSG Europe is there. Monster potentially getting spotted out by Janata, however those shots don't connect. Again, see the smoke and going, oh, is there somebody in that smoke? Is going to see those shots are somewhat connecting. He doesn't know exactly, but at the end of the day, it's suppression. He doesn't need to know how many players there are. All he needs to know is that there are players there. Vito with the lovely grenade on the forever of GSMC. Gets that backstab from the side. GSMC didn't finish off Conqueror, so that's going to come back to haunt them somewhat. I'm not saying it's out of the woods for GSMC, but it has allowed Vito's come down the hill to at least get a little bit closer to the edge of the circle, but I can't see him surviving. He does pull off a first aid. There is a side of MCES down on the southern side outside the circle, just completely stopping him from pushing forward. Forever is yet to get revived up, to be fair, so that's not bad for Vito. As he gets the spray shots off, he doesn't get the knockdown, and inside the shack, Slick is going to take down Conqueror. 7 teams outstanding, 19 players. We see Blaze being pushed upon by World of Wonders, and that's going to leave them down to 2 players. GSG, your Bandito goes down. Levi trying to protect his position in the center of the circle. ScrimFarm recognized it's now their time to strike. Goldie on that flank from the side of Hate Gaming could be a little bit of a thorn in the side, but it is going to be Levy going to be taken down. That is GSG Europe going out of here. ScrimFarm down to 3 players. Blaze Esports recognizing that chance to strike as a 2-man team to confirm a kill on the ScrimFarm. The circle favors Blaze. Blaze don't have to move. World of Wonders were eliminated, and we are down to our final 4 teams. GSMC, MCES, ScrimFarm, and Blaze. Man, GSMC, MCES, YMCA. It's, you know, oh man, GSMC, MCES have to do something to gain a position. It seems like MCES have gotten onto that southern edge of the circle as at least a 2-man team. We've got 4 teams up, 11 players. 4v4 v2 4v3 v2 v2. There you go. That's what I thought. And it's Wasted that's pretty much the one that's outside the circle. So Evil Boy and his teammate are inside the circle. That's pretty good. They're still focused on GSMC, to be fair, which I do appreciate. But having that anchor point inside the circle makes things a little bit less pressurizing and forces GSMC to get into an exposed position where they could get punished, and a Spectre fires on up, takes down Oh man, Frenzy, Hater, and Forever. Now going to be left in the wilderness on the outside of the circle. Inside the blue, it's going to be one. It's going to be a second. That's going to lead them pretty much out of this lobby. However, MCES are going to possibly try to punish the side of ScrimFarm off the back of ScrimFarm, focusing on GSMC. Blaze haven't moved a muscle, have not made any noise, because they know, even though they do have to move in, that they didn't have to on phase 7, and all the other teams are going to be distracted by each other. Arwen now pops on up, is going to take down Wasted. That's going to alert the attention of ScrimFarm. As Spectre is going to go into the wilderness, he's going to peek on up, he's going to be supported. Arwen goes down, Daphne is going to get the knockdown on the Spectre, but can Icy come in to freeze up the members of Blaze? And indeed he does. Now time ticks down, 7 seconds left on the clock. He cannot get that revive on the Spectre, can he? Is he? Will he? I don't know if it's worthwhile, because guess what? Guess what? You are allowing MCES to push in to where you are. I get going for the revive. I get it. You keep yourself up as a 2-man team. But I don't know. Indeed, that's going to be the end of them. And that is going to be MCES, who took down, in the end, GSMC on the south side to take the chicken dinner. Good job. But ScrimFarm, man, ScrimFarm once again racking up the kills. First followed by second. That is not to be sniffed at all. Good performance indeed from them. A very, very dangerous team. Blaze in third. You see it fall on through. GSG Europe in 6th. World of Wonders in 7th. Conqueror in 8th. No Hate in 9th. You have XTEAM in 10th with 3 kills. You have Lackanoster Tribe in 11th with 5 kills. Then you have Exsol Legends in 12th with 1 kill. You have Beyaz Işık in 13th with 1 kill. Panda in 14th with 3 kills. You had Rexpect in 15th with 1 kill, losing out to Lackanoster Tribe in Monte Nuevo. Captains in 16th with 1 kill. You had Divine in 17th with 0 kills. All-Star in 18th with 1 kill. And that is the end of game 2 as I transition over to my beautiful face. Solid game 2. The ending position was great because it was like a mix of out in the open, but you had a lot of kind of high-low ground, little kind of mini valleys that teams could play around. ScrimFarm, they really made some fantastically good decisions at the right times. Like pushing on to GSD Europe, they probably could have done it earlier, but they might have lost more players if they had it, because it would have been a little bit more heavily third-partied. Blaze, I didn't think they were going to survive, to be fair, because I thought World of Wonders was going to end up getting the better of them, or ScrimFarm as well. But they kept themselves up as a 2-man team to capture 3rd place in this game. And I do like the fact that on phase 7, when they were inside the circle, they didn't make any noise. And then phase 8, when it did pop up and they had to move in, they heard shots in front of them and they tried to capitalize. But in the end, it was Icy to freeze them up, and MCS then took advantage of that to move more heavily into the circle, use that man advantage, use that push. And it was indeed MCS that took the game 2. Honestly, I just can't go wrong. Even the circle shifts were not too crazy. I know I didn't see all the circle shifts on all the phases, but it was genuinely some pretty solid circle shifts. And that was good for a Miramar game. It makes it a lot easier, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to quickly join the room for the next game before I go on a break, because When I join the room, one, I know when the game starts, so it makes it easier for me to time the break, and two, I can get a little bit better of a map perspective, even though there's a delay. So yeah. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Well, not MCES win, but LF. I don't know. You know, I'm just going by the slots. And it is. Oh, it's La Familia. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's actually La Familia. My apologies, but I just hey, my bad. My apologies, Zishan. My apologies, La Familia. That's my bad. I will not make that mistake again. I really thought it was MCES. Do I have them on the list of teams? Let me just have a little bit of a quick look. No, I don't even have them on the list of teams. I'm a gobshite. I'm an absolute idiot. My apologies about that, guys. My absolute apologies about that. Didn't mean to make that mistake with the team name. It is La Familia that ends up taking game 2 in Miramar. Also, huge shout out to Beg for Mercy with the super chat of €3.49. You beautiful man. Dude, Beg for Mercy. God damn it. I love you, dude. Thank you so much. I just don't know what to say, but love to you, man. Love to you. Okay, let me just join this room for this game 3. Zishan with the big brain. I tell you, Zishan with the big brain, man. Forever young. I wanna be forever young. Okay, so I can't actually. Oh, I can't join the room. Oh man, I can't. Is there space for me? I'm gonna see if there's space for me. And on that note, while I'm trying to find out if I can actually get into this room for the next game, if I can actually get into spectator slot, I'm gonna go for a break, and let me just set the timer. I will forever young. I wanna be forever young. I'll be back on your screens pretty damn soon. Don't go away. See you guys in a bit. let's go. Let's go. And we are back from the break. We're going into game 3. Indeed. So we've had 2 games. We're going into 2 more games. Evil Witch Gabby is in the YouTube chat. I should ban you, Kappa. How are you doing, Gabby? And yeah, as I said, we've had 2 games. Game 1 was won by ScrimFarm. Game 2 was won by La Familia. So that's pretty good. Of course, Sneak in Twitch chat said put your predictions for the winner of game 3. I am personally saying Panda. Just because why not? They're Scrim, so I don't mind predicting. Let me know and put in chat who you are predicting for game 3. Sneak is going for Exsol Legends, which I think is kind of interesting. There's a lot of course, any one of the teams can win, not only because it's Sanhok, but it's Sanhok. But also a lot of teams are very high level, to be fair. When will PMPL happen? I don't know, Adrian. I'm absolutely clueless to when PMPL will be. I have no idea when it might be, but information is completely out of my control. Hello, Descrees. How are you getting on, my friend? It's so cool to have like a small delay so I can like talk to the chat just a little bit and, you know, have a bit of fun along the way. Thank you to everybody in Twitch and YouTube for tuning in, supporting. If you are liking what you're hearing, feel free to give me a like or a follow or subscribe, etc., however you want to go. Fortunately, no Navi for today's Hate Gaming Scrims. You can see the list of teams down below and also in the description. You won't ban me, you love me too much. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, okay, I do love you, but don't say it to anybody, okay? That has to be a secret, yeah? Oh, man, we're moving over to game 3 in Sanhok. Let's get this show on the road. The playing path is in play. It seems like it's going from south to north, pretty dead center. No, it's going from west to east. Oh my god, yes, you're dead right. I mistook Camp Charlie for I mistook Camp Alpha for Camp Charlie, and I should have realized that that's a big chungus mountain in front. I'm an idiot. But either way, it's going from west to east. I did predict it is centralized, to be fair, so I won't argue with that one. Hey Gaming going for a split drop between the mountain and Camp Alpha. You're going to have Divine go to HATing. Blazer going to go down to Tam Bang. Conqueror will most likely go to Mong Nai because it seems to have been their new drop spot. Again, unless there's specific teams in the lobby, you don't usually have teams utilizing the eastern side of the map, bar what seems to be Camp Bravo. But Lakwai, Kampong, even Docks all tend to be untouched. Paradise Resort is going to have Exsol Legends and Rexpect. So Sneak, I guarantee you're going to be hoping Exsol Legends come out on top of that. Plus, there's going to be World of Wonders and All-Star, I believe, in bootcamp with, I think, 3 of the All-Star players are in the warehouses of bootcamp. XTEAM going for a 2-2 split on the hills to the south. Bootcamp. Also, Beyaz Işık are in bootcamp. So it is, in theory, 3 teams in bootcamp. Uh-oh, Jody of Exsol Legends gets knocked down, unfortunately. La Familia is under a little bit of pressure at the hands of Panda as well in the kill feed, while we do look at a couple of the World of Wonders players playing on the lower half of this lobster building. They call it lobster building because it looks like a lobster tail. Anyway, Panda and La Familia going to be facing up. Plus with a no hating question as well. It's not going to be the easiest as Molotov is burning, wasted down. Not quite knocked down, but he will have to try and heal himself back up. No hate are as a full squad, so that's pretty good. And Mind of La Familia is further back, so that's putting more pressure on to the members of La Familia. GS7 nearly gets the shots off onto Wasted La Familia. So he disengages away from the building and jump over the wall to get closer to the rest of his team. GS7 XT gonna go for the 1-2 pinch. GS7 ends up coming out on top. And that's where... Why isn't Linia? Okay. Oh, wow. Evil boy. GK the first. Nicely done, but GK the first is gonna go down. This is just trading knocks and kills left, right, and center. But in the end, it is going to be Panda ends up getting taken out. And La Familia, along with No Hate, are in some way surviving in this game. Well, definitely for... No Hate, they're the ones coming out on top. They have 4 kills, but La Familia, I believe, are down to just 1 player as far as I know. Which is Mind, who is playing further up on the hill outside of Camp Bravo. Now, Boot Camp, Beyaz Işık, going to be under a bit of pressure off the back of one of their players getting knocked down. The World of Wonders going to get a clean sweep, and that is a squad wipe on the Beyaz Işık inside the lobster building by World of Wonders. Now, a lovely grenade by Esther, recognizing that they can kind of third parties. It was potentially a little bit later than what we would have seen, but at the end of the day, they got 1, they've gotten 2. Sun HB is going to get fired on up, but he is able to secure a knockdown. And then, oh no! I thought he had Sheriff, but Sheriff comes out on top with that Thompson, and is again 1 player left for World of Wonders, while GSG Europe coming into the mix of lobster building to try and take advantage of All-Star and that revive onto Esther. Nice Molotov. It's going to force All-Star into holding that lower ground position, while Lau is going to go outside and look towards a window. Grenade being cooked up either side. The Sheriff is most likely going to get caught out. Fantastically done. It's not quite going to be a knockdown though, as he's holding on with just 10 health. And GSG Europe going for a calculated engagement, but if they don't capitalize on the back of that, they've allowed the first aid to pull on through. However, Angelito gets 1. He's going to get another. It's a clean double knockdown from Angelito, and it's going to be an absolutely beautiful overall engagement. Although, just as I say that, Esther keeps the dream alive for the side of All-Star. He's gotten 2. Now it's Levi, the one with full health, plays around. He's going to go outside while his teammate Kamara gets that first aid all. So they have those 2 players up at pretty much full health, but Kamara gets knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I smell an All-Star war, an All-Star win, and I gotta say, GSG Europe, you absolutely threw that. Why did Kamara go for the engage by the door when his teammate was on the outside? Poor communication, poor execution, and they paid the price. Esther came in clutch, to be fair, but it was off the back of a mistake from GSG Europe that they cannot afford to make in competitive games. Conqueror rotating from the Mong Nai area to buy using vehicle, which is not super common in Sanhok, but it gets to where you need to go quicker, so I can respect that. We didn't really see phase 1, to be honest, so we're seeing it now as the blue zone is closing in. It is down mainly on that southwest side. It does encapsulate all of the areas of Sanhok, so it does make it a little bit trickier, and is gonna obviously force teams outside the circle to not actually go towards the center and wait for phase 2 to pop up. You have ScrimFarm, GSMC gonna have a battle on the north. Rexpect is down south of them on the hill just above boot camp, where All-Star has, I believe, 2 players up, if I'm not mistaken. Phase 2 goes nicely onto the west, stays quite on the southwest island, still mainland in northwest island in play. Divine might be going for a botation. It does seem like that's the case. They can actually go for that botation to Tambang and come in behind Blaze. And Blaze do need to be aware that there is still a good chunk of the coastline in the southwest island in play that they could get caught out from. Beast from Hate Gaming gets knocked down, but it's going to be returned straight away onto Zombie of XTEAM. Beg for Mercy, wrapping across the road to go for that revive onto his teammate. Whitey was knocked down as well. And Blaze on the hills above could hear those shots and just peek over the hill to get the third party. Might not be a third party by the time Hate Gaming are finished and how quickly they are, but hey, yeah, that's why I thought Tron comes in from the hills above with that M16 to knock down Nashi. Now, the good thing for Hate Gaming is that there's just a little bit of a low ground dip that Nashi isn't able to be confirmed on, and with smokes and just backing off a bit, that revive should get pulled out. It does help Beg for Mercy stay alive, because now the focus for Hate Gaming is firmly on Blaze rather than the last player of XTEAM. Nice shots on the Tron to send him back a little bit. Blaze do have seems like it's a little bit of a 2-2 spread or 3-1 spread from what I see in my perspective, but Tron is gonna kind of back off and join up with a couple of his teammates. Rexpect is engaging upon, I believe, and took down the last player of All-Star. But I know that Esther can hold his head high at the fact that he clutched up and at least secured more kills for his side, say the least. GSMC rotating across the river by that coastline in the mainland onto the northwest island. ScrimFarm didn't engage upon GSMC, and they actually went for the bridge rotation and coming down on the northwest island. It does seem like GSMC have gotten ahead of them. La Familia also going for a main road rotation with a vehicle. Makes sense. It's out of sight, out of mind, and because you're in a vehicle, it's obviously going to be much quicker. And in Sanhok, because vehicles are less common, it makes that car rotation a little bit more advantageous, especially when it's in the way that La Familia pulled it out. Divine going for a successful boat rotation coming in on the coastline of the southwest island, as I predicted. So they're going to have plenty of space in front of them, and also they have the confidence that there's nobody directly behind them. The further they do get into the circle on phase 2 going into phase 3, depending on how it goes, they will have to be aware that there could be a team to the north and south of them, but other than that, directly west behind them, they know it's all clear. GSMC have successfully made it into the circle from that northwest island coastline play. ScrimFarm are kind of behind them on a 2-1 split. 2 on the high ground. Hills outside mountain, and Icy you can see behind that rock on his perspective right now. He has been heard. That's why the grenades have been thrown out by GSMC. Sheesh is looking to flank around and play onto that high ground advantage and even just overall positional advantage. I like the fact he's not going too deep because he just doesn't have full information. There could be one more. As the circle on the next phase shifts on up to stay inside the mainland and still the majority of the southwest island. This area that both teams are fighting. There you go. Icy is going to get spotted by Sheesh. But my point is that, like, GSMC have to close out this engagement, like, really quickly if they are going to in any way survive past the next circle in my eyes. Either that or they leave it later and wait for the next phase to pop up. But I just think in Sanhok that's, like, so risky and you can't really afford to do that. unlike other maps, Sanhok is the kind of map where if you stay in the blue zone past like phase 3, depending on the circle, it becomes a little bit like quicksand, and the more you try to push in, the harder it kind of gets in that regard. Again, depending on where the circles are, and this kind of circle, it's not going to get easier in my eyes longer to leave it. Unique of ScrimFarm is going to be left with his teammate Janata on the hills outside. And here's the thing. For ScrimFarm, you might be thinking, aren't they in the same position as GSMC? Yes, they are. However, they have a little bit more freedom where they can actually wrap around on the northwestern side of the circle and come in onto the southwest island just a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to work, but my point is it's a little bit less risky than GSMC. Rexpect pushing in onto Conqueror. Vito, Reeds, and Marty. I think Azzy went down earlier on, if I'm not mistaken. It seems like that's the case. So Conqueror down to 3 players. You know, I'm going to echo what I've kind of said in the past. One of the not fadings, but you know, Conqueror's negatives is that they do tend to lose a player early on. Whether it's due to early engagements or just rotating maybe later than they should, it's something that they will need to work on, because we all know at the end of the day, the team that has a full squad up towards the end of the game has a much higher chance of securing a chicken dinner. Lovely play by Archon on the side of the rock to get that knockdown onto Vito. By no means is he safe, but it does allow him to reposition just a little bit easier, as Reese will have to play around and get that revive on to Vito. He gets a little bit of sightlines first as Archon heals up, and Conqueror still inside the circle on this mainland outside Painan. Marley nearly finds Archon. Great awareness from Marley. Just really continuing to put the pressure on Rexpect and push him back. Reese, after getting that revive onto Vito, instantly popped his head up to secure that knockdown and get the kill onto the side of Rexpect. Now, of course, Rexpect, should I say, still have Beast in play, but he's outside the circle the next phase, going over to that southwest island, playing around the ruins terrain. You do have Blaze up as a full squad, opted to go a little bit or stay a little bit closer to the edge of the circle, where Divine have been maybe a little bit slow to rotate, considering they were inside the circle 2 phases ago, and inside this area 2 phases ago. Corsair is going to get knocked down after getting a knockdown himself, so traded up. Although Rana taking a lot of damage. It is going to be Monster of No Hate that is third partying this one. Indeed, it is going to be finished on up by Daphne. Very good help onto Blaze from No Hate, but it could go against them as No Hate Octavian go a little bit further away from that rock. Prones down, cooks up a grenade by the smoke. As it was left a bit too late, the revive has been pulled out. The backtrack has come on through. And that's something that not enough teams actually do, not enough players do. If you're knocked down and you get revived up, before you pull off a first aid, back off. Especially when there's a smoke. Because you might think, okay, you know, I'm inside smoke, I'm not going to get knocked down. It's a false sense of security. Talk about false sense of security. Arwen gives Monster a false sense of security, knocking him down with the grenade. And now he's going to look to play around. He heard the footsteps of Octavian. He knows he's prone down. He's going to play by the side of the rock. Oh, no! Oh, no! I don't know if he was meant to do that. I don't know if he was meant to do that. But it's going to go against him at the end. He is going to get knocked down. And Octavian takes advantage of that. Corsair. Corsair is sticking to his guns as Tron is going to help support his team. And now it's going to be Alka getting knocked down. Monster, as far as I know, is left to his own devices. No, he does have Blind further back, but Blind is nowhere near. And he's actually getting pinched by another team. So it is literally just Monster left standing for no hate. And they're in the blue. It is, of course, the phase 4, phase 5 blue. He comes in. He's going to get that knockdown. Nicely done on 2 members of Blaze. Tron down to his knees. But in the end, it's only a small tree holding him down. And he's going to get taken out. Blaze, hey. So, you know, capitalizing on the edge of the circle. Looking to gatekeep teams that were coming in late. They grabbed 4 kills. They're still inside the circle on this next shift as it goes down south. I kind of like the fact that Conqueror are playing in the blue, but again, a little bit similar to ScrimFarm and the side of I think La Familia, I forget. It was never going to be easier, and Janata is left on his own. Beast goes down. Conqueror eliminated as well, and we're left with captains, XTEAM, Lackanoster Tribe, Rexpect, Blaze, the Familia, 8, and ScrimFarm. ScrimFarm, obviously, not ScrimFarm, should I say, Hate Gaming obviously have the advantage because they are up as a full squad. So that will allow them to spread their wings a little bit more. Captains, I'm not sure if they have 4. I think it's just 3. Either way, they're gatekeeping the side of Lackanoster Tribe from entering into a circle on the lower part of the hill. Pappy from Rexpect could be a bit of a sore thumb against either of these teams if he pops up at the right moment. But because he's on his own, he will, of course, want to make sure he's absolutely damn certain he can have a positive effect while keeping himself alive. Blue Zone in phase 5 is closing in. Happy finds Joker. He confirms Joker. Now that, of course, is giving information to captains as they turn their attentions onto Pappy. Rexpect grenade being cooked up by Alder, realizing he can't really overpeak, but that grenade should at least put Pappy down to half health and give him the advantage. The counter grenade is going to go out, but it is going to work out in his favor. Oh my god, that was so, not going to lie, a little bit lucky. A little bit lucky, but at the end of the day, it's PUBG Mobile. You require a little bit of luck to make it work, and Pappy roars with us in this Sanhok game. As we have 6 teams left up, 12 players alive. Goldie outside the circle as phase 6 is popping on up. You have Beast and Nashi in play. ScrimFarm have Janata left standing, playing on the outside of Rude's area. It's low ground firing on up. Nicely done by Whiskey and Lackanoster Tribe. I don't know if he's going to have time to get a first aid off. He actually could because of the stems he has in play. But with the last player, captains, no, he's not going to look to strike, and that's going to allow the side of Lackanoster Tribe to make their way into the only compound that's inside the circle. Blaze, still as a full squad, have the man advantage within these final 16s, but they're going downhill, and that makes it harder as Beast finds Tron on the side of the rock. Luckily, Tron has Coursera right behind him, so with the smoke being thrown out, that hopefully will allow Blaze to get to his fallen comrade and get that revival, but it's not before Beast is laying down a hell of a lot of pressure on the Blaze as a one-man army. He has to think of what's going on behind him. Janata has been able to just creep on through these circles without a care in the world, all things considered. Coursera getting caught out. He has to stand up. He has to go for the commit. He goes for it. He finds it. He takes down the side of Hate Gaming, and we are left with 3 teams. Lackanoster Tribe, Blaze, and ScrimFarm. Tamiko is going to get called out. That's going to be Whiskey on his own. He goes down on the side of the window. He overpeaked that one, my friend. And now Blaze in a 1v4. They don't know where the last player ScrimFarm are. He's presuming they're actually inside the houses, but no. Junada's footsteps are going to be heard by Arwin. A little bit of a 1v1. He's going to win it out on top. And it is going to be Blaze that gets a chicken dinner on Sanhok. Burning the forest down with a chicken dinner. They played fantastically on the southwest island. They landed there, so of course it was made easier. But that phase 1, phase 2 was definitely going to be harder to deal with. I'll actually talk about that later on because they're going through the overall standings. 7th was the Familia. XTEAM was 8th. You had Rexpect in 9th. You had Conqueror in 10th with 3 kills. No Hate in 11th with 8 kills. GSMC in 12th with 2 kills. World of Wonders in 13th with 3 kills. Divine in 14th with 0 kills. All-Star in 15th with 8 kills. 6 from Esther alone, which is in boot camp. And hey, can't go wrong with that one. 16th is GSG Europe, who threw that fight in boot camp. Beyaz Işık got absolutely suppressed by World of Wonders to finish 7th on 0 kills. Panda in 18th with 2 kills. And Exsol Legends in 19th with 2 kills. But yeah, like, Blaze's positioning was so well played because they were inside kind of center of the circle on phase 2. And instead of kind of moving forward to prepare for phase 3, they recognized that a little bit like the Vine. There was always a chance there was going to be teams behind them the further they got into the circle. So what did they do? They actually stayed where they are. Now, that obviously risked their position in later phases, but again, it's Sanhok. There's nearly always going to be snakes behind you in some way, shape, or form, and they got rid of those snakes pretty well. A little bit of help from No Hate, all things considered, but the fact that they got the chicken dinner as a full squad, it does show the resilience they held on to. Divine missed an opportunity to rotate further into the circle earlier on off the back of what was a really solid rotation, to be fair. And they just kind of stayed with presuming it was going to be okay. But then when they had to move in, there was a team in front of them, and you just can't presume those things. And remember what I was saying about, I think it was, I forget who it was, but with ScrimFarm. And ScrimFarm, in theory, had an easier job of rotating into the Southwest Island. That, my point was proven in that because they made it through. They played down on the western side of that Northwest Island, went through, came in via ruins, and it was obviously giving them the ability to get second place in the standings. So really good awareness from Janada. He creeped on through quite well. There's a lot of action around him, so he did obviously have to be very careful with how he played. And yeah, good job from him individually. Good from Lackanoster Tribe as well, to be fair. Getting the better of No Hate. The majority of No Hate, at least Beast, really did a pretty good job of trying to do something in that position on his own. I'm just gonna really I don't know if I have time to join the room. I'm gonna try to. Just before, you know, so I can, again, have a little bit of an idea when the game starts. Save me now. Cool. Perfect. So fantastic. I've been able to join the room, so I have a little bit of a better idea. I think I actually had the... Did I have the wrong no, I didn't have the wrong information on game 3. But either way, let's switch on over to the next game. Prepared to switch on over to the next game scene, should I say. As we're going to be going into the final game of the day here in this HATExGlobal Scrims network. Professionally observed scrims for all of you guys' entertainment. There is a delay, Anu, of about 1 minute on my end. About a 1 minute delay or so. How are you doing, my beautiful, beautiful friend? How are you doing? It's been a while. The games have a delay of 5 minutes, but the stream has a delay of about a minute or so. Let me just get a little bit of music on. I'll be able to set the timer as well. You guys know when I'm going to be going and coming back from a break, should I say. Oh man, it's a good day. It's been a good day. Good set of scrims, a good set of games. My day definitely isn't going to be over after this because I've got to stream in a couple of hours as well. All, you know, never stops, never ever stops. But either way, boom. Awesome. I know when it's going to go down. So I'm going to set the timer right now. And then you will see me in roughly about 5 minutes. Awesome stuff. Don't go away. Game 4 coming up in Erangel. See you guys in a bit. Woo! And we're back. We are back. Oh, it was it went by way quicker than I expected. Way quicker than I expected. Feels bad, man, because I was like, oh, what time's run out already? I have to get back. But then again, whoa. One thing that I just noticed. Anu, what the hell are you doing with the 1,000 bits? What the frick on a stick? Anu, with the 1,000, go. Anu, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. Thank you so much for the bits, Anu. You're beautiful. I love you. God damn it. God damn it, like. God damn it. Damn boy. Damn boy. We're going to be getting into this final game pretty soon. She's not in chat anymore either. She just left. She just left me. Left me. It seems like she left me. How dare you? How dare you, Anu? God damn it. Okay. These are all legends. Indeed, we're going to be getting into this final game very, very soon. Let's switch on over. Let's turn the music down. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, boy. Gonna show the map feed? Is it gonna show the map feed? Okay. I don't see a map feed. There you go. Now you can see it. We're into the final game of the day. As we all know, it is gonna be on Erangel. The playing path is quite easterly, to be fair. Going from the northeast down to just about the southern tip. There's none of the western side really in play, so it makes it a lot harder if you want to drop around Quarry, Primor, Storage Pool, etc., etc. GSG Europe are going to split drop around the Komeshki train, followed by, it seems like, GSMC. We're going to have La Familia and Lakanoster Tribe going to be dropping down in Lipovka, respectfully. Conqueror will have an easy enough drop around the farm area, followed by Blaze are going to Milta. Maybe because he got engaged upon by ScrimFarm, they're dropping somewhere different. But what they might not know is that a team is dropping down there, or is it seems empty actually. No Hate gonna be dropping down with Rexpect and Novo, so you know, Rexpect going, another team dropping with us? God. Hate Gaming will have a military base to themselves. Beyaz Işık are once again going to drop kind of towards the western bridge / island of Military Island. So that's kind of pretty good, and they'll utilize the western side. It is going to be, phase 1 is on the west. So those rotations on the east are going to be quite congested above board. If you rotate like super early within like the first minute, yeah, but outside of that, yeah, it's not going to be easy. Reese now going to find Linia, but Reese is going to get knocked down. Hopefully Vito and Marley can provide that support, at least stop him from getting confirmed while he tries to play around. There is arrested Panda also joining on up as well, so Reese unfortunately losing his life early on, and once again, Conqueror losing a player early in this game. Marley cooking up a grenade. Go anywhere, really. Nice defensive smoke from Panda. Very good defensive smoke from Panda. Allows them to reposition a little bit more easily. Make that a second defensive smoke. I like that. Not enough teams use defensive smokes at all. Azzy is yet to join up with his Conqueror's teammate. So for now, it is a 2v3 in the favor of Panda. Panda only started as a 3-man team, to be fair. I'm actually just going to put a hoodie on because it's cold. Even though Azzy is further back, he does have a line of sight onto the members of Panda. Obviously, his window of opportunity is a lot shorter because he's further back. But I would actually recommend that I know he's looking for that surprise opportunity, but I would fear that one of his players will get knocked down before that happens. So I wouldn't mind if he did start to make some noise now to hopefully distract the players from Panda. We can see in the kill feed, Nostra Tribe and La Familia are having their own battle in Lipovka. Nice to see if they can pan over to that fight soon enough. Indeed, that's going to be the case. Nostra Tribe somewhat getting the better of La Familia. His mind is going to go down. It's going to leave Chikara on his own. He was able to get one. But Chrono goes down. And yeah, I thought Mind was actually knocked down, but he wasn't. He was down to, I think 1 health. So at the end of the day, Nostra Tribe still come out on this fight with 4 kills. And actually as a full squad, which is so important in the early game. Vito gets a knockdown onto, is going to get knocked down as he follows suit onto Linnea. So that is nice support. But Marley getting knocked down leaves Azzy on his own. And it seems like Panda are going to end up winning the advantage with this one. Azzy's just going to full send it in. Why the hell not? He goes down. Yeah, Conqueror taking an early bath in this final game of the day. It's, I suppose they're scrims, so, have to see what they can do in a fully competitive setting, a fully competitive environment. It's funny because Conqueror are probably the team that I also rate very heavily there, and they're probably the most accomplished. One of the most accomplished teams in Europe right now, because they have Marty and Reese, who played EMEA League and PMGC, right? And Azzy and Vito, Azzy formerly of The Real Deal, is, he played in Gamers Borders last year. He really shined as a player in that regard, and Vito is just consistently up there, so. But then Panda are kind of the new bloods, and they are potentially PMPL team that I really think has the ability to go all the way, and seem way more prepared for PMCO than most other teams. Divine rotating around. This is what I was talking about with the congested rotations. I like the fact that GSG Europe are naturally playing the north side of the river. Same with Exsol Legends. World of Wonders taking their time a little bit to rotate into circle, which I'm actually okay with. And here's the thing, for the likes of Nostra Tribe Captain and even Blaze, I would have preferred that they leave it later to rotate and wait for phase 2 to pop up, because naturally a lot of teams are probably going to gravitate towards the western side of the map, i.e. the center of phase 1, Gaka, Chopsticks, etc., maybe Headshot Hills. So if you actually leave it till phase 2, even though you're losing information, you are at least for phase 1 going into phase 2 not going to get caught out. A much higher chance you're not going to get caught out. Panda, GSMC, Divine, Blaze, Panda, Rexpect. You also have ScrimFarm as well, as far as I know. All clustered on the eastern half of this phase 1 while the blue zone is closing in. Beyaz Işık doing a good job of rotating in. But again, I'm a little bit surprised with maybe how late they are firmly positioned in phase 1. Nice early rotation from Hate Gaming, to be fair, but it's surprising me that Beyaz Işık aren't set in phase 1 a little bit better, or a little bit quicker anyway. GSG Europe did go for a deeper phase 1 shift than I kind of thought they would. But I respect it. The risks were there. But I think because it's just about the right time, yeah, that's cool. Maybe if they had gone a little bit more to the west, fair. But then again, kind of going a little bit to the east or getting information was still popping themselves into the circle relatively early. Divine, Panda, Blaze, as I said, along with the captains, are all fighting against each other. Year 7 gets a knockdown onto Joker of captains. Might be in a position where Joker can't get revived. No, he should be okay getting revived. Obviously means that Divine have a firm grasp of this compound area from 2 of the Panda players that are outside. So they have to be careful about that, and Divine can just kind of know that they're gatekeeping a little bit. GSG Europe, you can see onto the side of Hate Gaming with those grenades and gunshots to Merlin of Divine on the roof. Really good stuff. Really good stuff, should I say. PZ. Behind a little shack. Grenade not going to connect. Team coming in from the back line. I forget exactly who that is. Engaging onto, I think, captains and knocking down Year 7, who was by the shack further away near the side of the road. Automatically puts Panda down to 2 players, Linia and PZ, as they try to get away. Grenade is being cooked up by PZ as Merlin got revived up. Lovely grenade. Chunks Merlin down to half health. And now Linia on the move. Gonna provide a little bit of aggression and suppression onto the members of Divine inside the house. And PZ gets that knockdown onto Rage. Now confirmed the kill. Turned their attention. They don't exactly know where Merlin is, but they do spot him. And now they're going to get that second knockdown, the second kill. The unfortunate thing is that Linia got knocked to the floor. Reposition PZ. Yeah, reposition. You know a grenade is going to go flying in that window. It did chunk PZ down to half health. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, they're holding on for dear life. McCoy is now going to cook up another one. Luckily, PZ and Linia completely separated inside that building. They've been able to heal up, and if I were them, I would actually just backtrack and get the hell out of that building. Chucking out the smokes is one good thing, but if they don't know how many grenades Divine have left, they're taking a big risk staying inside that house. They're cooking up their own grenades, so I respect them taking this fight. Phase 2, the blue zone is going to start closing in the next minute and a half, so they do still have a little bit of time, and they're not too far away from the edge of the circle, so it does seem that for the most part, Phase 2 is shifted more so to the east to kind of, I suppose, balance itself somewhat, maybe making... Yeah, so it has definitely somewhat balanced up. It does still leave a core part of the open southwest areas in play. As I said, Chop 6, you have Gaka. Gaka is actually unoccupied right now, and then a little bit of Everest as well as the compounds to the west of Headshot Hills. McCoy finds PZ. And now it's going to leave just Linia left standing in a 1v2. Like I said, I recommend Linia is disengaging away, but these are scrims, so I get that he's testing himself. He's pushing situations to the limit. So if, you know, in a competitive game they are forced to engage in a 1v2 or a 2v2, this kind of situation, that they're way more prepared for that, and they're able to draw on the experiences they had as McCoy drops down the balcony, followed by his teammate Grana. They know exactly where they are. In through the window, though, Rana's going to get knocked down. One more left standing. It is going to be half health, but at the end of the day, McCoy comes out on top with the DP28. And we'll get the revive onto Rana. It was close. It nearly went against him. Rana through the window got knocked down, but McCoy responded pretty damn quickly. I don't know why. Yeah, I was just gonna say, about time to change the camera with all due respect. Pika loses life for lack of Noster tribe, or at least loses his body as he's knocked to his knees. The rest of the team are further on the hills, just to the north of this compound, but Janata is going to try and confirm that kill. He's on his own, so I kind of worry about that with ScrimFarm. Whiskey, Ducks, and Tamiko responding pretty quickly as Pika is indeed eliminated out of the lobby. Armor taking 2 fights at once as Whitey is going to go down from XTEAM. So Janata, chuck the grenade and get the hell out of there. Reposition, because you know that you've made more noise after cooking up one grenade. Luckily he has that low ground dip and he does have the rest of his team supporting him. However, the side of Lackanoster tribe, they have the buildings that they can wrap around and just kind of play around, plus the vehicles. What I would nearly recommend is that they disengage, but because they actually rotated there to possibly try to get the revive onto Pika, I guarantee they feel a little bit more committed. Janata is the one to disengage, so I respect that from ScrimFarm. Albeit Whitey being taken down, XTEAM are still firmly inside this circle outside of ruins. The next phase shifts down south, so that really opens up the southern side of this lobby. You've got the hills to the north of the western bridge. You have that compound to the north of the hills. You have the edge of quarry, which is very much viable, and then outside of that there is a hillside where Beyaz Işık are going, that's out in the open, but if you control it and spread your wings quite well, you can really use that to your advantage. But indeed, they're going to actually go to a compound first and foremost. In between all of that, you have a hell of a lot of open flat fields. Teams instantly responding to this circle shift by rotating. Lackanoster are going to go into the open loving arms of World of Wonders, or at least Enjoy 7 as he gets 2 knocks for his efforts. Zessie in the back line for World of Wonders, followed by, I think, yeah, GSMC is kind of helping Enjoy 7. But now Zessie is going to help his teammate. It's not over yet for Lackanoster tried. They did get the revive onto Whiskey. I like that Enjoy 7 did jump outside the building, stopping them from wrapping around the sides. ScrimFarm is third partying in this one though, baby. Icy from the hills above freezes Zessie in his position, gets that knockdown. And now Duxan and the rest of the Lackanoster team, which is just Whiskey, can stay in the safety of the building. They should have seen on the kill feed that members of World of Wonder got knocked. Luckily, a couple of vehicles are helping World of Wonders stave off the pressure of both. Lackanoster tribe is out the window. Duxan goes and gets caught out, and that was incredibly risky. Yes, we just saw that. That was a red zone bomb that took out 2 members of World of Wonders. Sun HB strikes to take out Lackanoster tribe, but yeah, feels bad, man. A red zone does the dirty to World of Wonders. Oh, you gotta feel bad for that one, man. You gotta feel bad for that one. Exsol Legends are fighting up against Rexpect Esports up on the northern side outside the circle. XTEAM are now pushing in. You have Divine. Nicely inside the circle. No Hate. Are a mix between the hills and the compound to the north of the western bridge. Kato and Jody left standing for Exsol Legends, but Jody was driving further into the circle, but because two of his teammates got knocked down, he's bouncing back to join up. Kato's gonna get chunked down to about 20 health, but it looks to heal up. Archon, like I said, Archon is such a good player. Finds another one behind the tree, puts Kato once again down to half health. What I do like is that Jody, instead of going for the helpful engagement onto Kato, he's actually gone for the revives, and Kato's done a great job. He gets one knock. He's gonna get knocked down in return. However, that swipe from behind Jody in the nick of time. In the nick of time, he helps his team win that fight and turn it around, because Kato would have been a goner if it wasn't for Jody getting up at the right time. Whether that was good comms, but Kato did a great job of really delaying the push from Archon and Jekyll and the rest of Rexpect, to be fair. So credit to Kato. A fully deserved fight. They are gonna be chunking down with that phase 4 circle that I think once again they go a little bit down south, but overall centered up with the open fields in play. Blaze just going deep into the shack on the open fields, along with Captain going for the revive on the Joker. Orlando surviving. A little bit surprised that he didn't chuck out a couple of smokes first, but sometimes you gotta be quick with the revive, and then you can make it in. And hey, HATEGlobal are gonna look at that and go, oh, wait, we can get this. We can actually claim this spot. One player knocked down, so it does leave. There's one player from the captains. Orlando finds Noshi. He doesn't have much health. The jump shot in the smoke from Goldie makes it work, and HATEGlobal doing a great job of getting into the circle, and will hopefully, you know, they're not going to get the revive on to Beast. Beast got knocked down, I think, by GSMC from behind. But you know what? If I was HATEGlobal, I'd actually be okay with that. It was worth the push. Beast wasn't, to be sure. Maybe he could have pushed with them. But I get why he was in the back line providing that back support. Agon Blaze are good friends of mine. I support them and they support me. Aww, Agon have a friend. Aw, Agon has a friend, guys. Aw, Agon has a friend. Aw, Agon and Blaze are the bestest of friends. I'm so proud, Agon. Aw. Anyway. Oh, no hate to get the revive on the Goldie. First aid kit has been used, but the hunters become the hunted inside the Shack of Doom on the edge of the circle. Frenzy is going to get knocked down, but SK is going to cook up a grenade. Just, unfortunately, at the wrong time. I do like the fact that Nazi did actually play on the outside of the circle. Drop shot comes through, but a little bit similar to what HATEGlobal did. There's a backline player from GSMC that helped to get that counter knock on to Nashi. I don't know if Goldie has a smoke. He's playing by the side. Yeah, okay. He's actually going to blow up that vehicle. Good. Because he's played by the tire to the point where he's not spotted out. Smoke is going to be thrown out by forever because he knows he has to get into a position where he can fire up, and the smoke is going to allow him to... Oh, no, I was going to say it allows him to get to a hay bale, but unfortunately, the timing is wrong. He leaves it too late, and Nashi comes in with a lovely kill to help keep HATEGlobal in this one. With 9 kills so far, Exsol Legends are pushing in off the back of their squad wipe onto Rexpect. They've entered onto the edge of the blue zone to take down 2 players of Beyaz Işık. There's now 2 left standing. Both of these teams are outside the circle of phase 5, so they got 27 seconds until the blue zone starts closing in, and then they will of course have to move in, because I know that phase 5 blue zone is not the best to deal with. Wesley comes in to take down Exsol Legends. A fantastic squad wipe from the two-man team off the back of the pressure dealt onto them. As the blue zone of phase 5 is closing in very quick. No Hate is on that compound with ScrimFarm. Oh, we know how good ScrimFarm can be, though. They're not afraid to take these fights. They're aggressive. They are very dangerous. Yeah, they lost Spectra, but they do still have Icy, Janata, and the side of Unique. Circle goes into the favor of No Hate and ScrimFarm, which is a beautiful compound. Octavian, unfortunately, gets the better of one of the Blaze players. Another one onto Corsair. It's not looking too good for Blaze. However, Beyaz Işık is going to get taken out, so that's at least good for Blaze. They do still need to deal with the players of XTEAM and Wesley. And just as I say that, Tron finds Wesley. In this fight, though, No Hate by the warehouse, protecting their position, not only in the circle, but away from ScrimFarm. The warehouse is tricky, though, because if you're inside the warehouse, yeah, you can play around it, but it does kind of pinch you a bit. Luckily, there's a wall outside the warehouse in which Octavian and the other No Hate player are allowed to be protected by the teams to the west of them. But now out in the fields, Divine going up onto Goldie puts him down to less than half health. McCoy being aggressive as Blaze push in onto the fields. Corsair and Tron doing a valiant effort together as a Molotov is going to put Goldie down to just over 3 health. Oh, my lord. What a grenade by Goldie. What a grenade by Goldie. The US blows up. Iran is left on his own with less than half health. Oh, third party, though, from Nightmare does get the better of Goldie. And Noshi is just on a tiny hay bale. He can't stick his head up, otherwise he's gonna be an absolute goner. Luckily, Rana has a little bit more time with the smokes being thrown out to pull off a successful revive onto McCoy, not bleeding out too quickly. These two teams, though, are outside the circle as it shifts down south in the favor of Blaze. Tron's on his own. No Hate and ScrimFarm are inside the compound still, that I do believe is now outside the circle. 100% for ScrimFarm. Noshi is on a sliver of health as he manages to get away from the shots being fired up by No Hate. There is a little bit of a stalemate, a mutual agreement between No Hate and ScrimFarm, though, as they're like, okay, well, look, you know, let's ignore each other for a bit. Let's have a look at the teams that are in front of us. They will have to clash at some point, though, especially ScrimFarm. Using that top of the wall line, followed by the high ground of the crate to get that knockdown on the Goldie. Very well positioned by Octavian. Unique onto Goldie, helps to steal that kill away. So they're metaphorical teammates for now, as the blue zone is hitting our stations on phase 7. That's going to put a hefty amount of pressure onto ScrimFarm as they're hovering on the edge of it. They will have to move away from the safety of this compound and into the fire lines of No Hate. Alka gets knocked down by Unique. Nicely done indeed. And now they got to push in on towards Octavian. And Blind Octavian is going to get knocked down. Blind is left on his own. It is going to be a third party, though, for Divine. As McCoy finds one, he needs to find the other. Blind steals that kill away. But at the end of the day, that's going to help Divine as they do hold on to a controlling position. Janata gets wiped to the floor. Rana doing a good job for Divine. as Octavian is looking to get revived by his teammate. We're down to 3 teams, 5 players, 2v1. Tron has a ghillie suit. The man in the field, the scarecrow of the hour in Erangel, get to knock down onto one of the no-hate players. Yes, he's made noise, but if you look, even though it's open field, he has a tiny low ground position that is allowing him to be protected by the players of Divine. As he chucks up a grenade, it goes a little bit too far, and it does not connect onto Blind. Blue zone of phase 8 is closing in, and Tron is inside the circle. Rana is getting closer to Tron's position. Like I said, the giddy suit from Tron is giving him so much. But can he use it? Can he use it? McCoy finds Blind. We're down to our final 2 teams. 1v2. Grows in his hands. He finds 1. He finds 2. Blaze burns them all to claim the last game of the day in Erangel. Tron, the hero of the day. 6 kills for him alone to get the chicken dinner. You gotta love it, baby. You got to love it. Divine with a fantastic result in second, 5 kills, no less. And No Hate in third, getting 10 to finish the top 3 off. Moving in, XTEAM on 6, he had Beyaz Işık in 7th, Exsol Legends in 8th, GSMC in 9th. You had Captains in 10th, World of Wonders in 11th, unfortunately victimized by the red zone. Rexpect in 12th with 4 kills. Lackanoster Tribe in 13th with 4 kills. My apologies. Panda in 14th with 7 kills. GSG Europe in 15th or 16th. A mistake by Levy, unfortunately. All-Star in 17th with 1 kill. Conqueror in technically 17th, but I'm going to say 18th with 0 kills. And the Familia in 19th with 0 kills. Oh man, what a way to end the scrims. What a way to end the scrims. Now I'm just gonna quickly go over the winners of each game, because honestly I have to get ready to cast pretty soon. I have less than 2 hours, so going over the winners of today's games. Game 1 in Erangel was won by ScrimFarm. Game 2 was won by La Familia. Game 3 was won by Blaze. And Game 4 was won by Blaze. 2 in a row for the Turkish side. Hashtag burn them all. Let's go. Nicely done from Blaze Esports in the end. Tron, the hero of the day. Absolutely kick-ass job from him. And look, it was a good day for ScrimFarm in terms of consistency, because even though they only won 1 game, which is game 1, game 2 and 3 they finished second respectfully. So really good job from ScrimFarm. On that note, I am honestly just gonna end the stream here. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in, for supporting the stream, for supporting the scrims and supporting the teams. Thank you to No Hate and everybody in the back end for hosting these scrims, and thank you so much to the Global Scrim Network for providing the professional observing for these scrims. My name's ImPERium. Feel free to go follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at EVT_ImPERium. Have a fantastic day, fantastic evening, fantastic week, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I will see you guys on another stream.